Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out with me in my little corner of the internet. So, getting ready to switch out my tray for the month of March. Spring is just around the corner and I cannot wait to reset the tray. We're like pretty much almost done with winter, at least I'm really hoping for it. We got hit with some massive snowstorms, but you know, today was actually a really bright, sunny, warm day. Like 50 degrees, y'all. 50 degrees. We're almost there. So, I just thought I'd, do a little quick recap of my February tray and kind of showcase like some things that were really stand out and some favorites of mine for the past month. First one that I really wanted to talk about was Noah, which is a new one to my collection, but has quickly become a favorite. And I'm keeping my little pearl here. Beautiful, clean, soapy, musky, very heavily musky, warm skin type of fragrance. It's got a beautiful bouquet of white florals that's based with some musk and an interesting note of coffee, which really warms up on the skin and really transforms this scent into being something quite snuggly and warm in the dry down. I really enjoy this, and I'm so happy to have it in my collection. My little dent kind of speaks for itself. I've been wearing this a lot for bedtime. So yeah, I just wanted to really showcase a new favorite of mine. Longtime favorite was Mont Blanc Signature, which is a beautiful, musky, clean, soapy vanilla. This smells like a very creamy lotion or a very creamy, like lathery type of soap. It's got beautiful notes of like clementine, so it's kind of bright and a little juicy in the opening, but quickly develops into a very warm, floral, vanilla fragrance. There's like, I think some ylang ylang and peony, which gives it a little sweetness, and vanilla and musk. This is a beautiful scent, great for daily wear, great year-round fragrance. And I've given this a lot of wear. I just have no clue where my dent sits in this big bottle. But love Mont Blanc Signature. Honestly, like this is a staple. I had to stop myself from wearing this so frequently. Another perfume that I had to stop myself from wearing is this one here. This is Viktor & Rolf Flower Bomb Dew. And if you guys can see where my dent sits, y'all, I'm almost running out of juice here. There is something that is so addicting about this fragrance. For me particularly, I love Flower Bomb. I love Flower Bomb's DNA. That sweet, sugary, floral bouquet. This one features predominantly iris. And this is the sweetest, most powdery, pink, fluffy, purple floral perfume I've ever smelled. I loved wearing this for Valentine's Day and Galentine's Day and nearly every day in the month of February. This was an easy reach for me. Because it's so sweet, it wears nicely in cold weather, but because the iris is so, fresh and uplifting, it really put me in such a good mood. Like it honestly lifted up my spirits every time I reached for Flower Bomb Dew. And I have to stop myself from wearing this because I am dangerously low. So I will be repurchasing this perfume. No doubt about it. I love Flower Bomb. I think I really prefer Flower Bomb Dew when it comes to one of my favorite flankers. I mentioned this one earlier before I finished my little travel size of Valentino's Voce Viva Intensa. A beautiful combination of orange blossom, bright orange blossom, and a dark, sexy bourbon vanilla. Really nice little perfume. I was also giving Twilly de Metz Au Poivre some love. I love this fragrance. This is one of my favorite rose chypre style perfumes. It's not necessarily a sweet rose. It is a very dry, spicy, powdery, and almost dusty type of rose fragrance. But there's something that is so addicting in this. My sister came over to my place once, and when she walked into my room, she's like, "Oh, it kind of smells like incense." And I can see that now that she said that, I can correlate the two, because this has like a very dry, powdery, dusty, almost earthy base of patchouli. It can kind of smell like a rose potpourri or a rose incense. It's very, very beautiful, very pretty, very unique, yet still very feminine. I'm literally halfway through. I don't even know where like my perfume goes. I swear to God, I drink it sometimes. And I swear I try not to overspray this one too much. But there's something so addicting about this particular rose fragrance. It's not for everyone. It's definitely not a safe blind buy. When you look at the bottle and you smell the perfume, you're going to be taken aback, and it does not smell anything like how it looks. But this is just so darling and so quirky and so unique. I cannot imagine not having this perfume now. Another favorite powdery fragrance that I cannot imagine living without is my Poudre from Narciso Rodriguez. Beautiful, powdery, animalic, musky, sexy, sensual fragrance. It smells like warm skin that's been dusted with gold-plated powder. I absolutely love this. Very cozy, yet, still sensual. I wear this a lot for bedtime. Sometimes I might wear it for work too. But this was one of my favorite trays that I've made, because they just have a lot of my favorite fragrances. I gave M from Mariah Carey just a couple days of wear. Not too much now, not too heavy. Still gotta cherish and savor my little bit of juice. I'm like hoarding this thing like Smeagol. This is my Precious. It's beautiful, smoky, salty, and sweet white floral with a little bit of marshmallow. I love this fragrance. I'm still on the hunt. I will find it. I can feel it. I'm gonna manifest it. But gave this one just a couple of wears for the month of February. Clean Skin and Vanilla was a favorite bedtime of mine. This smells very similar to the Clean Reserve Skin. However, I find that this has a little coconutty, aquatic quality to it. I wear this mostly for bed. Got a big dent going on. I'm hoping I could finish this bottle this year. I might add this to my project pan. I've been accumulating quite a lot into my project pan, but not necessarily finishing them. Got a lot of dents going, but not a whole lot of empties. I love this fragrance so much. It's fresh, it's clean, it's cozy, it's sweet, and very inoffensive. And this one I found really relatively affordable. And if you could ever find the classic line of clean fragrances, they're usually at discounters. These are their more affordable ones that I've seen. The Reserve line is the ones that you can see in Sephora and Ulta. They're a little more on the pricey side, but they're always easily discounted. Coach Dreams Sunset. A beautiful creamy vanilla with some fruity nuances in the opening. Very similar to Carolina Herrera's Good Girl in that same fruity, floral, warm floral quality or style of fragrance. I've got, again, like I said, got a whole lot of dents going on, but not a whole lot of empties. I gave this a couple days wear, but I can't seem to be breaking my dent here. Might add this to my project pan, might not. Side note, has anyone smelled the new flanker? not Coach Dreams. Oh my God. Yeah. Coach Dreams Starlight or Moon Starlight. It's in that beautiful, like, green emerald looking bottle. Oh my God. That particular perfume, I smelt it at the Ulta. Delicious. Delicious. It is a beautiful, like, sweet, creamy yellow floral with vanilla. There's some nutty nuances in it. It's like almond, like powdered almonds with ylang ylang and vanilla. It smells very similar to Sol de Janeiro's 62, but much more floral. I saw one of my favorite YouTubers, Rose Ayala, my favorite fragrant fanatic as well, and she was talking about how it's exactly that. It's like Sol de Janeiro 62, but more floral. And you know me, I love anything floral. I love a good floral gourmand, a flormand. I can't wait to, hopefully, I'm going to go back to the stores to re-smell it again. And maybe soon, maybe once I finish this one, I might consider picking that one up. Okay, we all know, I don't have to say too much about her. No, but seriously. Libre, one of my new favorite vanillas, aromatic vanillas. Beautiful lavender orange blossom, very fresh, aromatic, yet sweet. Gave her some wear, and actually, if I can take a moment to talk about my little perfume oil that I recently hauled. So I've been actually pairing these two, just playing around, see how I like it. I've been pairing Libre with this Vanilla Bloom from Sand and Fog. On their website, they say that this is supposed to be inspired by Burberry Goddess. I don't necessarily think this smells too much like Burberry Goddess. This is much more fruity in the opening. I get a lot of fruit in the opening with a hefty dose of vanilla in the dry down, but it is very sweet. It's really nice. Honestly, I'm not too mad at it. It was $16, $17. So even if it doesn't smell completely like Burberry Goddess, it is still pleasant. And I found that, maybe the fruity nuances with a whole lot of sweet vanilla would pair well with the bright orange blossom and the vanilla that is in Libre. So they actually do pair nicely together. They complement each other very nicely, and I was wholeheartedly satisfied with this combination. Now these two perfumes I'm still going back and forth with. Vanilla Potion, I love dearly, I do. However, I've been accumulating quite a lot of vanillas in my collection now, that I find myself not necessarily gravitating towards it. I don't get me wrong, I do give this quite some wear. It's a very easy, simple, sweet, airy style vanilla with some floral touches and a slightly woody dry down. It is an affordable scent. I keep going back and forth of whether or not I want to keep it. I think it's definitely not worth like decluttering in that sense. I'll see how I feel. I'm going to put this away for a little bit and then revisit it later in the year. Tuberose Overdose. I still don't know how I feel about this. Yeah, some days I like it and I can see the appeal behind it. Other days, I find that it's just a little too much for me. And in those days, I feel like instead of me wearing the perfume is wearing me, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like it doesn't match with my personality. This is a very sweet, tart, spicy, floral fragrance, candied sweet. I call this perfume my Sour Patch Kid because it opens up sour, sweet, tart. It opens up very tart and spicy, transforms into something hyper sweet, and then it's gone. Like I can usually get about 6 hours wear out of this. And in the dry down is when I tend to prefer it because I get the tuberose with the vanilla, but the opening is still a little jarring. I think I'm gonna play around with this some more. It's not that I don't think it's bad fragrance. It does smell really nice. I'm not sure if this is for me because on the days that it works well, it works well, and I can appreciate it. But on other days, I feel like it is a little loud and abrasive, and I kind of feel like, oh my God, am I bothering people? Sometimes this perfume makes me feel a little self-conscious. Like, did I spray too much? Is the opening too much? I don't know. I'm probably overthinking it. I do have, you can see my little dent going on. I've been trying to give this some wear to really form a proper opinion on it. And it is an affordable fragrance, so I can't be too mad about it. I'm just still on the fence with tuberose overdose. Got some more sand and fog oils that I've been testing out and wearing. This one I'm going to keep on my tray actually, Peony and Lily, because I have not given this anywhere for the month of February. I gave it like a little test, and this is a very strong scent. This is their inspiration of Delina from Parfums de Marly, and I've smelled Delina at a Nordstrom once in the past. I've smelled Arabic dupes of Delina. I have my own version of a Delina style fragrance. This is a very sweet, spicy, really spicy, really loud and overpowering rose fragrance. I need to give this a bit of wear. This, honestly, it makes me feel like how I feel when I wear tuberose overdose, that it's a little much for me. But like I said, I'm gonna give this some more wear time. Maybe I have to dilute it a little bit if it is that strong. But one of my favorites, this was a little sleeper hit for me. I was not expecting myself to love this one. This is Love Potion, and Love Potion indeed, because I've fallen in love with it. This is actually my scent of the day today. This is their inspiration of Burberry Her, and I get it now. I get the love behind Burberry Her. And I myself am not necessarily a fan of Burberry Her. I smelt it at Sephora time and time again, and I don't know, I didn't really care for that ambroxan, molecular, like sugary sweet Baccarat Rouge 540 Cloud DNA mixed with the strawberry. However, this one, I find that it doesn't smell so much like that. I actually don't think this smells too much like Burberry Her. This is more floral, in my opinion. They list notes of violet and jasmine, and I think rose. And I truly get a lot of violet in this fragrance oil. Like powdery, sweet, candied violets. And what this particular oil makes me think of, it makes me think of if they had candied violets, like those little Parma violets, candy violets, but strawberry flavored. If they made those particular sweets, but they had it in different flavors, like a strawberry flavor, mixed with something that smells a little bit like cosmetics. And you know how much I love cosmetic smelling perfumes. I don't even wear makeup that often in my day-to-day life, but I do love fragrances that smell like makeup. That style of powdery purple florals really makes me think of cosmetics. But combined with the strawberry, the opening for this was okay with how fruity it was, but the magic was in the dry down. Oh, I fell in love with this. This is just so cute. The name also constantly makes me think of Love Potion #9. That old school rom-com, which I really loved. I used to watch it all the time. Whenever it would come on repeat on television late at night. And this honestly makes me think of a bright-eyed, beautiful ingenue in a rom-com. It's very sweet. It's so cute. I think I kind of want to keep this on my tray for this month of March. Just because I truly did fall in love with this particular scent. These 3 oils in the back here. Caramel macchiato, vanilla latte, and cream and sugar. Still gonna give this some more wear. See how I feel about it. I honestly, I'm just gonna keep them on the tray for this month of March, just so I can, form a proper opinion and see how I feel about them. Still not sure about cream and sugar. This thing stinks. I'm honestly afraid to wear this one again. It gave me a massive headache. Then just a couple of body mists that I've been wearing. Bali Coconut, Magic in the Air. Just for the moments that I wasn't sure what to wear and just for simple layering. So now that we're out with the old, let's bring in some new stuff for the month of March. I don't think I have many new fragrances. A lot of them are going to be, things that I wear rotationally. The first one that I want to share is Pure Grace Nude Rose from Philosophy. This is a beautiful, fresh, clean, soapy green rose. It's honestly, the last time I gave this some wear was probably during the fall season. I thought that this would be more of a cold weather scent, but I think that this is one of those scents that's great year round. I love florals, and I think a lot of floral fragrances will cover you for all seasons. And I think this would be perfect for the month of March, since we're going to be having a lot of transition there, like transitioning from the winter into the spring. Another scent that I'm bringing out for the month of March is Clean Reserve's Radiant Nectar. This had a lot of hype back then, but not a lot of people talk about it anymore. This is a beautiful, powdery, sweet, musky fragrance. It's a little fruity in the opening with some pear. There's amberette. There's musk. There's an interesting note of tobacco flower or tobacco blossom. So it kind of gives it this slightly powdery, smoky quality. I love this scent. This is easily like a signature scent. I love smelling it on women. I love smelling this in the air. I just particularly love this fragrance profile, that style, that DNA. Like Ariana Grande's God is a Woman, Fleur de Blanc, Radiant Nectar, even Sparkling Sugar has that same fruity, musky, clean nuance. It's an easy wear. It's a dumb reach, and I'm definitely going to be reaching for it in March. Next one is an oldie, but a goodie, long-time classic. This is J'adore from Dior. This is the original J'adore. I'm very interested in trying some of their new flankers, particularly the L'Or with the kind of molten gold bottle. But this one is a very fruity, fresh white floral. Very Y2K in its DNA, but classic nonetheless. It's a very elegant fragrance, very, like I said, very clean. There's notes of jasmine, melon, slightly aquatic in its scent profile. Ooh, this is so sexy. I honestly haven't given J'adore some love, and she desperately needs it. Another oldie, an underrated gem. This is Lovely from Sarah Jessica Parker. This is another beautiful, clean, musky, aromatic floral. This is similar to Narciso Rodriguez is for her. Lazy Sunday Morning from Replica. But this one has notes of lavender that gives it a little bit of like this astringent quality to it that, I've really come to enjoy. It opens up a little punchy, like with a bit of alcohol. There's also a note of like vodka martini or something or the other in the opening. So I find it is a little punchy in the opening, but it warms so nicely on the skin. This is so clean. It's so cozy in a way. Um, I honestly really, really enjoy wearing this fragrance. I think it is a lovely, affordable scent. Like you can get lovely for, I'm pretty sure, less than $20. It smells much more expensive than what the price is. And I'm also going to pair it with this little body lotion. Another beautiful aromatic lavender forward fragrance is Elizabeth Arden's White Tea. And this one, I've been neglecting it for a little bit. Shame on me. This is a beautiful white tea, aquatic marine-like fragrance. Honestly, this smells like the spa to me. It smells a little bit like shaving cream and crisp towels and white bar soap. I love Elizabeth Arden fragrances. I love green tea. I loved white tea. I'm open and hoping to try some more from that particular brand. Now the next one is brand new to my collection. I recently hauled this a couple months ago, and I'm finally getting a chance to give it some wear. This is Still from Jennifer Lopez. Another beautiful tea fragrance. Now this one I have been sneak spraying. I've been bad, and I've been giving this some sneak sprays. This is a beautiful, oh my God. I get the hype. You guys were right. This is a beautiful aromatic tea fragrance with a little bit of wood in the dry down and a juicy, like tart green apple opening. Now, this is just what I'm getting from the little sneak sprays that I've had from time to time, so I can't wait to give this a proper full day's wear. Now, because I love Au Poivre so much, of course, I had to bring out her sister, the original Twilly. Now, while Au Poivre is based with rose, Twilly, the original one, is based with a lot of spicy jasmine and ginger. So this one is a little creamy, it's a little powdery, a little spicy. I'm also going to be bringing out, this was an original fragrance that I created a couple years ago for my birthday. I named it Peach Tree because it has notes of peaches, nectarines. It's a little musky. It's a little green. I don't remember anything else of the notes, but I do remember wanting those particular notes in it. So I'm going to give this some wear for the month of March. And I love rose fragrances, so I wanted to give this little Sand and Fog oil some wear. This is Rose and Currant, and this is inspired by Nest's Turkish Rose, which I will also be pairing because I now own the body mist. So I'm going to be definitely wearing these two together. This is a beautiful jammy candied rose. This one has some notes of oranges, so it gives it a nice little citrus kick. This one here, the body mist, this one has a little bit of like a doll head plasticky quality to it. Not that I mind. I don't mind it too much. I think it's actually quite cute. But I just want to wear these two together and douse myself in roses. And I will also say that Love Potion and this little Turkish Rose body mist, they pair really nicely together as well. And last but not least, I cannot wait to share with you guys this random ass pick up that I had. I was honestly really, really lucky to find this because I know that this particular perfume is being discontinued, or it has been discontinued. I found Rebel from Rihanna, and I found the 100 ml. Y'all, don't ask me how much I paid for this perfume. Know that I paid too much, okay? I paid too much damn money for this perfume, considering that it's a celebrity scent, and it's a celebrity scent from like 2012. But I didn't want to pass up this opportunity, and I probably wasn't going to find it for an any better price. I paid $70 for it. Too much, I know, but I'm just so happy to have a Rebel in my collection. Oh my god, she is stunning. She is stunning. I really do love these bottles. I don't care how impractical they are. It looks so out of place with the rest of my tray. Like, this is a very clean, neutral looking tray. And then you have this big bad boy over here. But I could not pass this up. $70 for the 100 ml for a celebrity scent is too much. Don't be like me. Or do it if you care, if you really love the fragrance. I don't know. But this is so fun. This is so unique. I've already given this some wear. I used to own Rebel way back in the day. Like I said, this perfume came out in like 2012 or 13. I think I was still in high school by then, and I couldn't even afford perfumes, but I could afford body mists. And I owned Rebel Fleur and Rebel. And this smells a little different from the body mist from what I remember back in the day, because it's a body mist. This has a whole lot of patchouli in it, which is what I really loved with Rebel and Rebel Fleur. I'm hoping I can find. I'm going to get Rebel Fleur. But what's interesting with this is that this has notes of chocolate, coffee, strawberry, patchouli. There's some purple florals. And honestly, that's exactly what you smell. It opens up bright like a chocolate covered strawberry. And then this perfume takes me on a journey. It is not a very linear fragrance. So it opens up with chocolate covered strawberries, and then it transforms into the most beautiful, cozy, cuddly, powdery coffee fragrance. All wrapped up with a whole lot of patchouli. This honestly could be, I could have seen this style of fragrance being a flanker to Angel. I'm not saying that they're dupes. I'm not even saying that they're inspired by, but the same way that Angel is a very sweet patchouli, like candied gourmand with patchouli, that's what this fragrance is as well. They categorize it as a floral fruity gourmand, and that's exactly what you get. Floral fruity gourmand, old school gourmand, with a whole lot of patchouli. Very sexy, and I'm so happy to have it. So that wraps up my tray for the month of March. Can't wait to give all of these fragrances some wear, some love. Let me know what you guys think. Talk to me in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to. I will always appreciate it. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye.